Hi, I'm Chef Cynthia Louise and welcome to my YouTube channel because there's new recipes coming through every week. I'll do that again, yeah? Got this cookbook, right? And I don't know whether you've ever heard of this chef before, but she's amazing. Check it out. It's called Celebrate Your Sweet Tooth Naturally. Have you heard of her? There's a photo of her on the back. I'll put the link below so you can check it out, but it's really cool. It's such a good book, amazing person. Oh my God, I love her. Fan. Okay, so I'm gonna make this glory. And in every part of this cookbook and in every recipe, it's a splattering of genius because there's a story to each recipe. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Blue Bounty that I just can't tell you enough how gorgeous it is when you get something with a blue color from nature. And this is done with the butterfly pea flour, which is blue, and it is just gorgeous. So the recipe says almond meal, desiccated coconut, coconut oil, coconut cream, vanilla, maple syrup, salt, and to make it blue is that blue, beautiful butterfly pea flour. It's just exquisite. So when I think of a Bounty bar, I think of the supermarkets in Australia, and in the aisle section, you've got these really, I'm gonna say the word toxic, because it's just full of numbers. What I read out to you was real ingredients, as close to nature intended it to be, with low human interference, meaning coconut, maple, almond meal, vanilla, a blue coloring made from butterfly pea flour. Do you see what I'm getting at? We can have it all, but it's just a matter of having it that our body knows what to do with it. Does that make sense? Because when we put science in here, in other words, the bounty that's in a shopping center or a supermarket that is made from a few real ingredients, but then when you really look at it, it's, you know, synthetic flavors and numbers are for counting, and synthetic flavors are made in labs, not in the ground. And the body honestly just doesn't know what to do with that. This body is so intelligent, like the organs in here, the 78 organs are so intelligent. And when I flood them with real ingredients like this, the body says, thank you, Cynthia. That's my spiel for today. So this is what we're gonna do. I've got my butterfly pea flour. You can buy it in any brand, in anywhere in the world. I've got this from Bali, Indonesia. It's just dehydrated, dried pea flour, right? And it doesn't even look blue, but it actually is when you put it with all this white. Just watch what happens. Do this. Dehydrated naturally with no isms in there. So the recipe requires you to just chuck it all in the food processor, winning. But I'm gonna do it white first, and then I'm gonna add the blue, and you're gonna see how the color changes. Shredded coconut. In the recipe it says desiccated, but I know the chef won't mind that I use shredded. And then I'm gonna add the maple syrup. Coconut oil. The coconut cream. Stay there, will you? I'm gonna add my vanilla. It seems like a lot of vanilla, but that's the whole thing with the Bounty, right? It's vanilla-y and coconutty. Pinch of salt, because salt just brings out so much flavor. Now I'm gonna blend this up, process it actually, and have a look how white it is, and we'll add the blue powder. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh yeah, coconut and delicious. Okay. Now I need to weigh my beautiful blue butterfly pea flower powder. Pea flower powder. Okay, put the rest of it in, Cynthia. Okay. Oh, look at this colour. Look at that. Look at that. That's what we want. Oh my God, it's beautiful. 100%. Okay, now we're gonna line this tray. I couldn't believe it when my friend Kittea first introduced me to this stuff. I was kind of blown away actually. I mean, I knew natural colours came from nature, but the blue in this is just stunning. Okay, look at that. It's all dyeing my hand. Okay, you want to evenly spread this and press down quite firmly in the tray because you kind of don't want it to be, what's the word, like, hang on. What's the word? You don't want it to be lumpy like that when you go to cut it later. So I'll show you how to do that. So get it all out. This is like a paint scraper that I bought from a hardware store. It's so cool, hardware stores, where you can buy things, even like my chopping board, right? It's from a hardware store. Okay. Now you're just going to, actually I'll show you a good trick. See how this is all sticking to here? I'll show you what to do to stop it from sticking so you can press it down and it'll be easier. What I do, I get a little bit of coconut oil on my hands and just touch the base of the spatula, and then now it doesn't stick. It's just easier. So much easier actually. Really lumpy, right? It's not even. So I'll do that coconut oil situation again and put it on the back of my spatula or paint scraper, and I'm just going to push down evenly. I like to get another bit of paper, put it on here, and just really firmly push down so we get a nice, even, flat surface. Take that off. And then, see this here? It's not very even, right? So what I do is I push this like this. Very nice and flat. Same as here. Okay, the next thing to do is mark out the lines, because if I bring it out of the freezer in one big slab and go to cut it, it's going to crack, and I don't want to do that. So you do whatever you want. I want squares, right? So you're just going to mark out how you're going to do this. I think that's pretty cool. Looks pretty even. Just make a line like that. Just a guide for later. And then do the same here. And into the freezer it goes for a amount, and then I'm going to coat it with chocolate. I reckon about 30 minutes in my freezer actually. Oh yum, that's delicious. Okay. This is really, really frozen. Like solid, which is what we want. I don't want it to be like half frozen. Okay, my chocolate is ready and melted. You can use any chocolate you like. I've got a dairy-free chocolate because I prefer that. Okay, I've got a pastry cutter situation and a knife. I'm going to try which one works first. And this is why I did this outline. Okay, remember? Because it's easier to get what we need. Oh, this works perfectly. It's really great. I'm really glad that I'm teaching you this because there's nothing like a good bounty bar and there's nothing like a blue bounty bar just to be a little bit different out there in the world. Okay, now how am I going to handle this, Cynthia? I can either use some tongs, which is perfect because these are super frozen. This chocolate is not hot, it's melted, it's room temperature is what we need. So I'm just going to dunk, pick up and let it drizzle. And then straight onto there and then like that. Done. Oh my God, it's so good. There we go. They're going to go back into the freezer and set really, really well. And then I'm going to eat them. 2 of them. But this is just one really great way to have a bounty bar that's dyed with a blue dye from nature with ingredients that just your body knows what to do with, you know. One of the things about food is that we seem to want to dissect it all the time. Oh, but that's got too much fat, and I can't believe you used oil, and I can't believe you used too much coconut, and da-da-da-da-da. It's from nature. Unless you're anaphylactic to it, the body knows what to do with it. Fact. It's really that simple. And this is what I do. I try and bring to life things that are normally in convenience stores and supermarkets in a more wholesome, not the word healthy, but a more aligned way of nature and body in one boat together.